you have a little statement you want to read first, and then
they slept besides the
you
chair, so
you lost it.
I can improvise.
Okay, you're going to improvise. So, questions for Pierre. Let me ask a question first while everybody else. So, I mean, the remarkable thing that I think caught the attention of the committee and then just was reinforced again watching it right now is this intense close-up of Sibyl. Was that, going into the film, was it always going to be shot that way? Or, because that's just so important, I think, to the whole film.
Yes, that's correct. I think when you are working in a radio, you can feel like a fish in a pond. You are always, you know your territory, but sometimes you also can feel like you are in a cage. So I wanted to show that this woman who is really good at appeasing her listeners' despairs, she's also very alone in her life. So all the close-up on her mouth, on her eyes, it was meant, yes, to show that she may be more lost than she thinks she is. I've worked on a TV program. I was a TV host at the end of the 20th century. And each time we had stars in our program, I noticed that they looked like very happy, confident, but under the surface, they look very lonely, in fact. There is a good Martin Scorsese film called King of Comedy, where Jerry Lewis is playing a TV host, and at night when he goes back to his place, he's very lonely. So at my level, I wanted to show that you can be a radio host, you can be very efficient, very positive, but I didn't want to show the radio as a place too glamorous. Yeah, too glamorous. I wanted to show something more dry.
Okay, thanks. Yes, John has a question.
You know, when we make that choice, we have to cast the right actors. Because it all comes down to how she's performing, how she's being. And she was terrific. She didn't miss a beat.
Do you want to propose? She's single.
And so, I really congratulate you on that. Not only the casting, but obviously the direction. It's really extremely well done. Completely believed.
Thank you so much.
Do we need to repeat the comment? Could everybody hear? Anybody not hear? Okay, just to summarize, I think John's comment was a film like this so much comes down to the casting and the actress who played Sibyl. We were talking earlier today about, in English, whether you use the word actor or actress for a female person like that. Anyway, in French, I think it's accepted it's actress. So anyway, that actress was so perfectly cast, and she did such a perfect job that made the film. I think John's point that and the directing. Do you want to comment
on the actress?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a responsibility for me not to choose the wrong actress, and. No, I cannot say anything special except that sometimes it happens then in dramatic films. On the set, everybody is laughing, and it was no exception. We had terrible laughs with Marilyn in between takes, and 10 minutes after she was. So it's a contradiction. Any other questions?
Way in the back.
So you did not know the actress first, and then build a film around her?
So the question was, Pierre did not know the actress first and did not build the film around her, is that right?
No, I didn't know. I had proposed the script, submitted the script to other actresses, and one said no, I don't know, for any reason. And so 3 weeks before the shooting, I had to take a decision. So somebody told me about Marilyn, and as soon as I met her and we made a rehearsal, I knew my choice was done. But the other actress is the moon. It's not easy to film the moon. Because I think the film's title, it goes without saying, Radio Moon, it looks evident. But I really believe that the moon is a radio. It's the biggest radio. Sometimes we are losing its frequency. We don't understand the program that the moon is sending to us. But it's a metaphor for me. You can work. We work. We make mistakes, and sometimes when we are totally at the bottom, we need, I think, a superior force to guide us. For some people, it's religion. For others, it's money, and or fame or family. And I wanted the film to have something from above, really. The radio station is horizontal, and the moon, of course, is vertical. Big scoop.
So, is there maybe one more question? Yes, and then Carol's got a question, and then any other questions, come tomorrow morning to the library, 10 a.m. Pierre will be there.
Mike
Go ahead.
would wait till then.
No, go ahead.
The reference to Jim Harrison and Dalva, do you know his work?
Yes, of course. I've never met him in Paris, but have followed his work. To be honest, I didn't know that he was.
From around here?
Yeah, I didn't know.
The UP?
Yeah, but to be honest with you, 3 days before the shooting, I was in my bed thinking, and I thought there is something missing. And I remembered that quote. And 10 years ago, when I read that book, this sentence about the dead people, because I had lost someone. So I was looking for signals to appease me. And when I read that sentence from Harrison, it was like a thunder. I had maybe I wrote it somewhere in a notebook, but it re-emerged. Yeah, it re-emerged 3 days before the shooting. So I took it as a sign. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Pierre. We'll see you tomorrow morning.